Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Marcus and I'm super excited to announce that on May the 5th I'm going to be running the BMO Marathon here in Vancouver to raise money for the Three Links Foundation Sunday Breakfast program. So I've been involved with the Sunday Breakfast for about 4 months now. When I first moved to Vancouver, I was really concerned by the amount of hardship and suffering that people were facing, specifically in the streets, but even more concerned, I think, by the apparent lack of compassion that the community was willing to extend to people who were just going through a really tough time. And so I got involved with the Sunday Breakfast because I'm just so on board with their really humanizing and personalized approach to care and community work. So for example, when I go in as a volunteer on Sundays, yes, I'm there to connect with the guests, have a coffee, listen to them, but I'm also there to play the piano and to fill the space with music because I think that just helps to foster a more welcoming and therefore more humanizing environment. And so I think that's why I'm so on board with the mission of this organization, is because I do think there's a need, of course, for policy and financial investments to structurally address some of the hardships that vulnerable communities face here in Vancouver. But I think some of those changes also start with just a reconceptualization of community itself and of who's deemed worthy or deserving of being in those spaces. And so I do think, of course, our program really benefits the people who come in to make use of our services, but it also really helps the volunteers and the community as a whole, because when you're personally connected to someone who is experiencing hardship, it's a lot more difficult to ignore the problems that we see on a regular basis in our community, and there's a lot more incentive to call for change. So rather than just telling you about all the great things that our program does, I wanted to actually bring you guys along to one of the Sunday breakfasts and to show you why I'm so passionate about this program and why I really hope you'll support me in this partnership.
So the Three Links Breakfast program, basically our aim is to provide a nutritious meal for anybody who's food insecure in our community, as well as giving us a chance to just interact with people in our community who need help in other ways, people who are living without homes, people who, are having a really rough time with the economy the way it is right now. And we do have so many people living on the streets here and who have a really rough time with life. So our breakfast program is a chance to talk to people, to communicate with them, to touch base, to create our own community here and help each other out. And of course, we start that process by providing a healthy breakfast. And then we're all volunteer run, just people from the community who come in and help us out. And it's been a really successful program. We get excellent feedback because people say we're a very warm and welcoming atmosphere. And so we find it's a really good and really needed service for our community. So one of the things we like doing is a smoothie station that Joe is usually in charge of getting set up. We do strawberry and blueberry smoothies. We throw some banana in there, some milk, some protein powder, a little chocolate if that's your fancy. And it's a great, really good way to start off our breakfast when you come on in. And then of course you can go inside and enjoy a full actual meal if you want.
What do we have cooking this week, Chef?
We have some beautiful breakfast sandwiches, and then we have vegan shepherd's pie.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Excellent options. And what's the typical menu on a Sunday here at Three Links?
Our classic offerings we do here is breakfast sandwiches, but then sometimes we get like a different food from hotels, so it all depends on the week. But yeah, most popular is our breakfast sandwiches over here.
And the style right now, we take it to the tables, is that right?
Yes.
There we
So just
go.
gonna take it down.
Taking it over to our guests, and they can request what they want on their sandwich and such?
Yeah.
Excellent.
My name's Amber. I volunteer here probably once a month, and the purpose of this table is to hand out clothes. Most people don't have access to a washing machine or a dryer, and they're moving around a lot, and so they need new clothes every week or two in order to change them over. And so we probably serve about 30 to 40 people in a morning, and they each take 5 to 6 pieces of clothing with them, and we try and help find things that they actually like, that they feel comfortable wearing, and each week our volunteers bring in a whole new range of stuff. So
I'm happy to serve as a newcomer. It helps me to understand the community better, what it takes to serve, understand different cultures, and having that genuine availability to someone, even just to listen. Some of them just want to be heard.
Questions about the organization or want to get involved, shoot me a message. Otherwise, looking forward to the big 42K. Can't imagine a more deserving organization.